You've seen this Tom Dante stuff and this thing highlighted. He was talking about this hedge. I don't think my leg line for the light can spot a good level to trade. It's important on the edge. You can see it on his hands where you cannot. But this part, because I used to know this, he has this beautiful YouTube stuff that is really lovely. I'm going to watch it again tonight. He says it lies in the fact that I know I'm one step away from acting like a C word, and you think you are one step away from being someone special. I think there was a time in the past I used to write my this place was don't be a C word, and that was my what I told myself before trading everywhere. And I will show you what I mean, but this is another review. We're not here to bash ourselves. It's interesting. It says in one of the guy's video, which maybe I'll share. It's so funny. It was like people would say this is what I want to do, and then they would do the opposite. I typed in the morning. I was like, on the 1 hour, it looks heavy and ready to puke. But what did I do? I was trying to buy. So we've already seen this. So in the morning, I was looking after I came up for trading. I looked at this. I was like, so very fast. So we don't have another 1 hour video. This is a bullish expansion. Like we both know, the classic closes above OB. So 1 hour OB. What do we want? We want this CSD. Okay. So if this is a CSD, so we want this 2 bar and we want this OB, this drawn out. So I'll just delete this and put this back here. So if this is our objective, that means give me this. So at in the morning when it did this, I was expecting price to go back. And then I started observing. I observed it yesterday, but I started paying attention, like, wait a minute. And I was telling myself, the point of all this stuff isn't to throw away the things I already know. So technically, if I was trading, I'll be buying this. I want to buy this. Why? This was an old expansion. This is a new expansion. This is a bag. We are inside the bag. We've rejected it here. 2 buy entry. I would buy this and I should sell it off. Of course, this was good. It was more than 20 points, maybe not too good because I want this, but to have lost. But it's not about that. But then I started paying attention that the point isn't to forget all these things. It's not to be like, oh, there's a new theory and I should forget everything else I was working. It's to incorporate it and to leave it on the chart. Of course, do more backtests, get more familiar so that one understands and one sees everything quickly. Which is why, again, coming back to this thread, it's about also not using something that is too fast paced for myself, e.g. 1 minute. I said I was going to quit, but still on it. I know, right? So coming back to this, I had this, and then I dropped to the 5 minute. Of course, I was also looking because I wasn't trading this before 8. So on the one, we had this 1 hour bag, and this is what I'm saying. Price returns. So if you are combining H1 and M5, price returns here, taps it, rejects. Of course, if you're trading early, sell. Comes back here. But then now we are combining our ideas. We need an OB. Comes an OB after this time. That's 230. So all of this would be annoying. And this comes back to this part of this. I can sit on my hand when you cannot. It's like if I didn't see this because I was not on the chart, but would I have been able to not trade this? That is why I had to select trades. This would have lost because price came back here. This bearish OB confirms the OB here, confirms this on this. You're returning to buy, lost. Let's delete that. Actually, no, because I've not saved this in my journal yet. And then this expansion, we're not going to do. We'll just look at the first ones. This and then this taps into it. This sell this. Why? This is for this. Why? This is also acting on this. It's not the perfect expansion, but you get the drift. So it's acting on it. So sell it. until we come back above this. We are not dealing with this. And actually, this expansion, so if we move this here, this under bullish expansion, this is an OB. Of course, this candle, so this candle makes a CST of it. Oh, actually that's wrong, because this is where the expansion ended. So if you were selling this expansion, you would sell this when it came back. Just beautiful, and it's still around the H1 level. So, and oh my god, seeing this, I just feel shame but it's what it is. So I had this on the chart, like, okay, what will I have done, and why would I have closed it here, even though it was not H1 level and KX, and I was mentioned that will even go lower, was because on the M5, this is the first expansion. This is the low of the expansion within this one. Of course, this was so close here. This is then perfection, or of course, and then I was then playing inside this. But typically, I did not want to trade before 8. So what did I do? I changed the chart so that I can show what I was doing. So I was tracking before. I'll turn this on so I can see before 8. So this was 8. I do not want to trade before 8. Actually, before 8:30. So what should I have done? Bag. Price was CST in. So this was the bag. This was the candle that comes until we close above this. This is not invalid. So weak, but you're not losing that trade if but you've not even seen an entry. 2 bar close there. I should be selling this and stop above here. So at 8 o'clock, I should be like this, and I should be doing this above here. Target expand. Target is expansion, so it was based on this. That means it would expand below this, because that's, so you have to expand below this. So target must hit here. Then the next one will be below this next expansion, because if you believe market is selling, there should be expansions below expansions. So I'm combining what I trade expansions, expanding below expansions, and selling. So bag here, no entry. When we're selling here, enter there, we rejected this bag. Once we CS'd this, I should be selling this. So that's one way. I also trade key levels like a barricade. We closed this. So this is an expansion. We closed. The last candle is a barricade. So this will have been a barricade here in this expansion. We expanded through it. When the bag comes back, you sell it. And I was thinking, why did I stop using this? I know, right? Shiny new stuff, and then you take your eyes off the ball. But so just keeping it simple, using this H1, you still be holding above. Of course, I can even put your stop above this. Who cares if one believes, if you're targeting the H1 level? So this goes down, it continues. Also, while we were there, this was forming. I think I saw Quants was in this trade. That's why I was like, okay, yes, on the 1 minute, we'll visit the 1 minute, but 5 minutes first. So we're on at 8 o'clock, we're coming back into this old bag. We're coming back to this candle here. This was the old, so we're coming here. Yeah, before us, this was the old one we're looking at on the 5 minutes earlier, and we're coming back to it. Of course, we could look at all these mini expansions inside, but I'm also learning to just hold on to just the most significant one. This is a lovely expansion. This was this. This is the last candle. We already confirmed this. This was this. Once this happens, you can buy from here. And there was TP. So what am I trying? And that was on the other chart. It's like, let's come back here for a minute. Was it there? Oh, okay, I deleted it. So what I'm trying to say is that so what are our trades for today? Let's start this expansion. If you are trading before 8 o'clock, this expansion, this was its OB, it confirmed here. Okay, we need a 2-bar. This expansion, this was the last. Oh, would you look at that? That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. So this, I thought it's closed below. 1 minute. I'm cycling through because I use actually this feed more. So yeah, I use FXify because I thought I saw it, but no, it didn't close. But also it doesn't, it shouldn't even matter because those are little numbers. So it will have, so maybe not, maybe this should not have won. This will have been your entry. That will have been a confirmation. And coming back to what I was saying of the 2-bar is at twice reverse. Where did it go into? Into a bag here. And it's like I've forgotten that this is allowed. Bag CSD, it wasn't proper. But this, then you just reduce risk to the high here, which it did, 25 points. This is valid trade, right? It's like it doesn't have to come back to this, comes back here again, and then comes into this here and goes high. Does it eat this high? No. Does it give more than 20 points? Yes. It's a scalp stuff, 32 points. I should not be in this trade. This is a winner in our books. I hope you guys are following. Sorry about the too many lines. So this is just because I've not journaled. So this should be winning. Should be winning. Why? And you should not, you should cut it, because if you're even looking, of course, I don't trade before this time. It's like this. So we have this. This candle is the OB. We closed the OB, but we've not closed. So failure to close above this means price does not want to go up, and this keeps rejecting, if it's rejecting at any sign of this bearish CSD, which is the 22 point. Once this candle closes here, I should close this trade. After all, I'm trading against the 1 hour. So market opens, dies. Bag, I was bearish for the day. I was buying into this. Why? Because I went to the 1 minute. But I have said I'm not going to trade 1 minute. Why am I then trading it? 5 minutes, setup did not present itself. What are you doing? Okay, it presented before. Okay, someone can say, okay, maybe I was looking at this because this is an expansion. FEG, this close below CSD, and that was what I was doing. And then I dropped to the 1 minute and I started buying. But what happened? Maybe we'll come back to it on the 1 minute. Actually, we can just look at it here. I will just replay a little, and so we can see how that candle printed. So CSD, wait a minute, price runs back into it. I think I was buying, I think I bought 1 year, and I think 1 year and one below this. Just a lot of aggressive buying or something. Yeah. So I bought 1 year, one final 1 year. But this was my error. I think this either got above or not. There you go. 20. This last one, 20. But I wanted the first one to get to 20. But let's see. I think on the 5 minutes. So the highest will have been, let's say I even bought exactly at this close, 12, 13 points. And let's go back down. So that was this. These are, all of this. At the end of the day, once this is clear, it's about managing those ones. And I do that sometimes, but for some reasons, ego. I thought I was special. And this is allowed. I'm allowed to. So let's keep this. So let's say you even buy it, because why not? It happens. And we are not. Let's say you even wait here, and this happens. Actually, it's not let's say. That's what I should have done. And I was targeting this. because this is the what I'm typing. This is 22 points. No, and I will have been okay with 20 points, which it gave. But oh, wait a minute, coming back here. Sorry. Yeah, actually, I did not, because this will have been the entry, and went up because we're not buy it. But I should have set a limit here. But it doesn't matter what I'm saying. This is why the video gets long, because I'm trying to win. 25 points. It closed here. 37 points. All right, it's not nice. Taps into this. So while this was happening, maybe extra, let's just say 35 points. That's not a bad day. That's just 35 points. Make it up. If it was 2 entries, all right, maybe bought one here, closed one, closed this one. That was high. I was like, okay, I'm holding this for. But let's say I even lost both. 17 points. That sounds worse, but it is what it is. It's just be mechanical. Let's go down. And this place was where I made the error on the 1 minute, but you would see nothing. Price hasn't changed. Price enters an H1 bag here. So, but that's the thing with the field. This is where I said I was tilting, because I'm not supposed to be looking at that. Like I said, whenever you're trading, it's best to just focus on one thing at a time. What do you want to do today? I want to trade bags. I want to combine this. All right, then that's all. So this was a bag on the H1, and we come up to the 5 minutes, and then I saw this, and I was like, all right, we see yesterday's, buy this, and then I don't know, I bought this. I was afraid of this, and then kept overthinking. Then, it was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? If it's like that's lots of points, 40 points. Who cares about this shorter? Who cares? So I was like, okay, and I did not. I did one, but I've taken losses here on the one. Oh, I feel so embarrassed, but it is what it is. So this is like, and also you are trading, of course, H1 bag against this. We are failing to expand. Coming back to our stuff. Sorry, bearish expansion. And this was what I think Lala was asking. We need this to happen. We need it. I'll buy this up according to our stuff. What was the next one? This expansion. So type 2 on the 5 minutes, we are keeping it because you're trying to make back what you lost, or make something, because maybe 2 trades a day. Confirms here, refunds here. This is not a loss. Buy this. This is 5 minutes. If it is worth your, of course, if it is worth it. Why? Because this is where it ends. 13 points. Maybe not 2 entries, 28 points. You still want to make more, but it's what is given. That's for the buy. Was there an expansion down? No. There was this didn't come up. Maybe I might have wanted it up, but you're playing inside this, and this bag, like I said, combining the truth, because we know bags work, Gandalf stuff work very well. So why am I stressing it out? Why am I not respecting it and just using that extra confluence for my direction? So until we close above this M5 structure is invalid. Until we close above this and start expanding, because according to the rules, we can reject and we can still come back and then make another CSD up. So we can still retest this guy. So there is nothing to get excited, and this expansion is not nice. Kind of, it's not expanding well. It's like down, up, one big candle, and then it's grinding. It's like this is not nice. So this comes back, but this is a 1 hour. This was a trade that took me out, and before I made this video. And what happens next? It's like we dump. This is a 5 minutes. 5 minutes, either which I'm satisfied because it's okay to still be a losing, and you shouldn't have, because I should be able to make something here that should have covered for it, because if this was 40 points, 2 points will have covered 40 points, 2 entries will have covered for all that. But it is what it is. So that's the 5 minutes. Maybe not a good day on the 5 minutes after for this, or since the H1 was saying down, trust the H1 and look for sell setups. Maybe you might not, I'm not seeing, I wasn't saying, the only thing I saw here was here, this Gandalf stuff to sell and trust the H1, but I did not. So let's move to M1 and we'll be done for today. We'll turn on, not done actually, because I need to show you GJ, so it's very interesting. We turn on this to show us where we are starting from. We've done this back up at 8 o'clock. Most times I do not, like I said, I do not like to trade before equities open. It's just because of the volatility, of course, nothing special. So, and even still played out about the 832, like 2 minutes. If you was bearish, it's like just a lot of error. And I think this was what maybe Yusuf traded. If you were bearish, let them take this CSA, this sell this. And what was there again? FVG. Yes, of course, this will have been pissed off because this is here. I would not take this, but still, it was there. But it was there again. So let's say we are trading after this. So very fast. Expansion bullish M1. Oh, sorry, M1. Yeah, what was there? So you didn't catch this. How would you have known what to do? This guy, type 1, type 2 rather. Type 2. This is type 2A, CST this. If you are very bearish, look at it, what is happening here. We're coming back to a bag on the 1 minute. It's like, but I cannot be walking and checking and operating the 1 minute. So bag, old bags. I'm trying to also try and find it to add actually to be maybe custom indicators. I can print this thing so that I can see, because it comes back to this trade. I am not, it says market can remain illogical and I can remain solvent. I have to use all this. I have to study my mistake. I have to look at things that will help me execute better. Old bag, creating this type 2 with CS state, this is not going up. And even though I want it to go up because there is this, but there is an FEG here. I don't get it. There is an FEG here, closes above it, right? Wait a minute to see points. This was 18 points, which is very good, because you could have bought this even down to this low and still get 20 points. Why? Because I'm saying this is also a BPR FEG, so we buy this mechanical and add more and get out here, because we are not expanding. But that's not what, that's another distraction. So what does this need? It needs an OB. Not valid. Not valid. If we are saying we are using 1 minute here, okay, these ones, these are just, okay, this means an FEG, it's FEG closed here. So it's like, even if you started trading, what am I trying to say is that, oh my God, I feel so embarrassed. So this was the last maybe significant bearish expansion on the 1 minute just before equities open. So this was its high. It has an FEG in it. OB. One candle confirms the OB. So one candle does this, and one candle does this. So this is by the OB, comes back, sell at the high. Is it what you're stressed? Let's see. So it's 10 points, so 2 points for 10 points. Did it go up? You see, you're targeting this back, yes. But that's what it was offering. Nothing more. This trade is done. This idea is done. We shouldn't be there. Maybe you wanted this. This comes here. CSD this. Because I'm looking at this. Closes here. Just to show like the silliness. But let's go. Let's say you're even on the 1 minute. And this is the pain. The pain is in the fact that if I follow rules, it works. Fast bearish expansion at 8:15. Runs down, right? What do we need? We need this. So let's delete this. We need a 2-bar. All right. What else do we need? We need an OB. Our OB is the arrows. This one. OB. We confirmed the OB here. So this was it was a candidate until we confirmed it on this candle. What is the next thing? The close above. All right. We have this close above. What do? You want to buy the OB. When is it invalid? We don't want a close here because it's a 2-bar, because this is forming, right? So while this was coming, it's like you're buying this yourself. Once maybe you have a limit, it's like, okay, while this is playing, don't close here. Of course, this is the OB. You are seeing whatever. What did it give? 16 points. What is the high? 17 or 18. This should not be losing again. This shouldn't. I don't know why I should lose. And that's if you are leading by. And I'm having 2 entries minimum here. So that's 32 points in total. And even if it's 1 entry, 4, don't forget, each one is bearish. So without even, like, this is 15 out of 17. We're not perfect people. Considering the fact also that this is failing and we are seeing that there is a bag here, it's like buying this is risky because other flows, but this is being mechanical. And don't forget, you just won here. Like, you just won here. While it is small, 10 point, just 1 year, 11 for 10. You even pushed it into this bag. Or let's say you just took it off mechanically. 10 points here. This is another 15, 20 points is done for the day. I know I'm saying small points, 20 points, but I just believe that price will not be giving us 50 like before. And even if it does, because there's also that danger that one gets used to that and one forgets that no, it's not. Price also moves that way, and 20 points is good if, of course, as you say. So this expansion started this, so you are into this coming back. The next thing is you are in here, but when it comes up, you buy or you sell here, because who cares? 2 points, 3 points, it's like 3 pips market, even if the limit is there. Why? This is one is coming off here. If you bought 2, so what am I trying to say is that because this is 13 points. That is lovely, and you've sold from here because that was the CSD. That was 16 points. Maybe you push it to 20, but who cares? 16 is okay. Let's say you didn't bet here because you are still in that sell. You are in that buy before you realized it. Okay, it comes here. This you are selling, and no pants. You're targeting this or this. So why? Because you're anticipating it to do this. Maybe you will have blamed yourself for not taking something before it was coming back here. All right, fair enough. Maybe almost tags you at B, and it doesn't because spread was good. It gives this, it didn't come back up. Maybe it tags you on your angle. But that's it. That's just one trade because you started trading here. Or we are up by 20 points here already. You're up by maybe another 5 points here. And 25. Either which way, you're up by many. Nothing is happening here. This was my stupidity here. Why? Because I wanted to buy. I kept anticipating that, because I think on the 5 minute or something, I kept anticipating that price would go up here. I was buying and I was buying and I was buying. And I was buying here too, because apparently I wanted price to, because it's also a, oh my God, I've seen, oh jeez. I was buying because I wanted to buy to sell. Why am I doing that? It's not in the rules. Why am I buying this? Anticipating, adding. Nothing is changing. price is not expanding up, but I wasn't seeing any bearish setup. But we are not. I saw this again. I bought, but I didn't see SD8. Why am I buying here? Why? The first time it did the CSE was here. All right, fair enough. This, yeah, type 1 comes back here. But is it worth my stress? Yes, more than 20 points if I buy it low. It didn't give, so this should be a loss. All right. I'm saying I bought, let's say I bought in the middle because I wanted to be worth it. Closed here, 16 points. Now we are down. Let's say we are back to B for the day. No problem. It's just, what's the next thing? This guy. But this is 1 minute. You should be looking for things like this. Expansions like that are clean. They make life easier. Then this was the next one. And losses are allowed. Close above, but you need this first. And then price comes back here. And I think Quants took this and lost it. I think I also took this. Yes, I also was in this or not. I wanted lower. And it lost. He had sold somewhere here. Of course, I saw this, but I was also bearish because why? I saw this, the bag. So it made sense. But it was a value trade that lost. And I think I started selling somewhere here. Actually, yeah, after this guy. So I wanted this too. This actually, because I was based on this. But expansion, it's a line. This was here. So that lost. This, all this is just a retracement into this expansion. Those are part of the things I think one should start thinking about. Expansion. I like this. I like when we have already confirmed this because it doesn't waste time, but I'm not saying it is more profitable. I'm just saying I like. Wrong. So we need the OB, and this is the OB. So CSD, 2 bar, and this is the OB. And this was the trade that I had to just set a limit because I didn't want to go against me. But imagine if I'd used 20, which says when you're above the high, put 10 points. So this was 10 points for this high, 10 to 20 points. So that even if you want to use an hard stop, even if it goes, by the time it's closing above this high, it's going to close with more than 10 points, but or it might close a little and you have enough chance to close it. Target. First one. Next one, if you truly believe it was going down, is this. Of course, I didn't know, but loss here for 26 points. Close above, so it will have closed here. So, of course, it will have been very annoying because it closed here and then gave an entry, but that will have closed here. 29. I'm still up by 20, at least based on this. And that's just considering those very big structures. What was the next one? Let's say you're still holding partials. Don't forget, this is a bag inside here. Expansion, close below this expansion here. So, bag. So when Kish was saying the people sell, I was seeing it. CSD, we allowed return back here. You can sell and trust this bag. Where are you targeting this? Because we failed our target this first and then this first. But that's just right by the side. This expansion, we close this. This is low. Does it return up to this OB? No. Where does it return into? This tiny bag here. This candle here too. The last buy candle before. So what I'm trying to say is that, of course, there's another one here. What I'm trying to say is that there are days whereby this would not expand deeper because it's already done the job, but you must still be able to engage price. At least someone like me that is mechanical. This was the candle that CS did. This it came very close to its high, but this is valid. Of course, mechanically we want price to come back here within here, but this is 108. This is just 4 points. Of course, 4 points is a lot, but this might be the move because you've seen all of this. That's why I use all this other FEG stuff, because sometimes it helps me to see what am I missing. What am I missing actually? So you see, here is the bag. Comes back into it. What am I missing? It helps me to see what am I missing, and because I cannot see everything at the same time. So I use extra indicators, and I want to also build my like maybe ask someone to help me, pay someone to get custom indicators to help see these ideas quickly. So M1 fell on that. Let's say you didn't get this. Bam, didn't come back here. Expansion. This was the expansion now has. This is this. So close above this and would buy. So we are saying we want this. I will stop it there. At least, of course, the other stuff inside here, but we're looking for the most obvious one. It's under nice expansion. So I should mark this on the M1, on the M5. Last one. So maybe we would be in this trade because this is the CSD. This is the 2-bar. This is the last expansion in this leg. This is the OB, CSD of the OB. Price is returning there. CSD in this here. It came very close to this bag, but because why not? Lose or win, it doesn't matter. This is just for this, and if this, of course, I would extend it. This is 33, 43. I'll buy another because it should have to add, and then I'll just market it and buy. I'll set an alert here. This is how I would do it if I was using just trading view. Alert me when there is a close below. It's already on the M1, so once per back close on the trend line, and we are less than, great. So if this triggers, you have to extend it out in time because this line. So if this triggers, fine, I will have bought here to add more here. Once if you close this, I'll be very happy. Awesome. But now we have 1 minute inside here, so we are paying attention. There was this one here, there was this here, so maybe there was a sell. Now you're sweating if you believed in the short, but we track all of this. But so far so good. After this, one shouldn't even be in a trade again. So this has taken longer than anticipated, but that's just it, and we'll see how it goes. So what am I trying to say is that there should also be, expand. This should be, if you are trading, where do I not want to see? Of course, a close above this invalidates this, so let's just put this here. So I cannot sell on this, so I would have to go to a different feed to sell if I wanted to sell. So what am I? And we'll see which one plays out. No stress, no overthinking, and just trading, trusting the trade. And some will say, this is, of course, this is just because also it's a whole demo. I'm not overthinking in this instance. If it was real, I would try and quantify which one I want to, but maybe the buy because reversal trade and I want more. But I said I was going to show GJ. By the time you guys have watched this previous video, you understand why this trade is going on. So yesterday, we were like, we do not want a candle close here. Don't close below this because that means we'll be closing below the OB, will be closing before this, and will not close below these two lines then we lose confidence in our lungs. Expansion, OB, CST, buy the return to the OB, which was here. Put this here. 1 and 3 didn't go down. Hold it to the start of this expansion here. There. Why? This expansion also needs something above. This cell already played out. This is playing out now. But expansion, did we have? This was, well, okay, this candle close below. We didn't have a close below this, so just rejection block ideas. But now we are waiting. And that's just it. Really, that's just it. Gold still working if this OB would give, but on gold, it's bearish in a way that it's not, the bearish stuff are working. Expansion, OB, close below, sell here. So almost gave it here. Almost gave a full TP on it here before it bounced off. We'll keep watching what is happening. So that's the review for today. I would see which one went. It looks like the short is having it because it is, but like I said, once this closes below, then that is invalid. All right, 41, oh Jesus, 41 minutes. So that's the review, and yeah, don't be a this.